Oh, hello everybody, and welcome to the stream. Things are weird. Things are very weird. Okay, that could be heard.
Thank you for the follow. Please
That was
enjoy
actually
the
from
show.
last night. This is weird. The audio monitoring that's going to raise concerns. But hopefully everybody's had themselves a good day. And it's Thursday night, which means we're going to be playing Star Trek Online, and see, we did a Windows there was a Windows update last night, and it may have screwed up with something, and I'm not sure exactly what. Actually, I know what's screwed up, but it's close that out. So as we are getting things going here, I'm still here, folks. I am just monitor only. Yeah, I can't. I can hear the game audio. The game audio I can hear. And I have the BRB screen up because I'm trying to see what the heck is going on here. Advance. All right, give me a moment, folks. I need to at least make sure that is. I need to know if it's playing or not. The game audio. Advance. Trying to see what the heck. Okay, it started playing. Okay, that's the thing. I'm gonna tell you this right now. The VOD for this stream is gonna be real interesting. Thing. Yeah, it's okay. Monitor and output. All right, so let's bounce over here because I want to figure this out here. Then go over here. Then back over here. All right, so let's. Monitor and output. Monitor and output. All right. All right, that seemed to fix it. Well, that's a fine thing to freaking deal with. So yeah. I have no flipping clue as to why that was like that. Why things could not be heard. Anyway, tonight, so like that was 10 minutes of everybody's life that we can't get back.
The Alliance has agreed to a summit meeting with the Dominion to discuss the return of the Hurk and what can be done to prevent their aggression from devastating all 4 galactic quadrants. Despite recent events, we've agreed to host the summit at Deep Space Nine. None of the galactic powers are comfortable hosting a Dominion fleet deep within their territory. Meet me at DS9 prior to the beginning of the summit. I'd like to discuss our options.
Right. Our options. Of which we have none. Funny enough, we have to hit the DS9 anyway.
Serve the Empire well.
Alrighty. I definitely want to bring this up here because I definitely want to stay in case anything happens. And we are near DS9.
Congratulations, General.
Congratulations. You have done a thing. Do. We need that one. Oh, that worked out quite nicely. Oof. Yeah, there is no... I am actually surprised we even came close to matching that. The recommended bid for that. Da 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 ba 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 ba. Execute for incompetence. Let's see. We'll start with Donald Trump, followed by Eric Trump, Donald Trump Jr., Mike Pence. Well, I said execute for incompetence. That's a good list to go. You know, can't go wrong with that list. Alrighty. And so, before we dive in, let's check the news. Anything going on there? Alright. So no news yet. And this, oh yeah, we're still piloting this pain in the ass ship. If we can clear out 2 tiers tonight, 4 and 5, that means we can actually switch it out to something. Right, and we're heading. It's like we're going off in the wrong direction. This has been a bad start for tonight's stream in so many ways. Oh, it's a red alert weekend. Da, 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 da. We've entered the Denorius Belt. I'm reading several civilian vessels on sensors in addition to the flagships of the summit attendees. The station is still damaged from the recent attack, but it appears that critical system repairs are complete. The damage control teams must be working double shifts. Indeed, take us to the station.
Please, we're low on fuel and supplies. We need help badly.
You need bad help?
Kavan, the High Council has announced several challenges to the Empire worthy of a warrior such as yourself. Would
This
you
is
like
Station
to
Control.
review
Welcome
them?
to Deep Space Nine. Your docking clearance has been authorized. Several of our docking facilities were damaged in the recent conflict. Please proceed to the provided coordinates.
Okay.
Also, Captain Nog is waiting to meet with you on the promenade at your earliest convenience. Enjoy your stay here at the station.
An away team will be standing by where you attend the summit. Are you ready to transport to the station? Yes, we are.
Hello. Nice to be working with you again. I've been assigned to assist you here on the station. The leaders of the 4 major delegations have asked to meet with you prior to the summit meeting. Their offices are located here on the promenade.
Very well.
Admiral Quinn's office is behind those doors.
These doors?
The results of this summit could have long-lasting effects. A number of our allies, including your own High Council, consider the Herc to be a Dominion problem. The Federation sees this as a chance to improve relations with the Dominion. Having allies in the Gamma Quadrant instead of enemies would be a great step toward galactic peace.
Understood. Alright, we walk this way. Enemies can be around any turn. Plus you get in a nice...
Here is Proconsul Deton's office.
office. It's more of a closet, but... Wow, dude is like the... He's been basically kicked aside.
This summit may be difficult. While the Federation will see a path toward peace, I suspect your empire will feel the opposite. There is no love lost between them and the Dominion, or the Herc for that matter. The Republic position is one of pragmatism. A weakened Dominion will be easier to deal with, and the Herc are a threat no one can ignore.
Understood. Devok, you might want to get off the table, sir. Get down. Well, he's an admiral, so what can I expect?
Chancellor Jempok has an office here.
Nice to see some fighters around here. You're here to fight the Herc, aren't you? Someone has to, before they eat everything in existence. Some of the other Gamma refugees will moan and groan about this part of space, but I like the Alpha Quadrant. The Bajorans are processing iridium ore here again, and there's good, honest work for people willing to do it, like me.
Okay, that's good to hear.
Most of the Bajorans won't go near the processing areas. Too many bad memories about how the Cardassians ran them, I guess.
We don't talk
That's
about
good and
that.
well, just means more work for me. Beats working for the Dominion, I can tell you that much. I might never go back.
I see.
This summit may not end well. Most of the High Council sees the Hurk as a Dominion problem. They are content to let them fight to the end and deal with any survivors. There are others, such as Martok, who see that position as dishonorable. If they want to fight the war of their ancestors, so be it. But they will be doing it without the Empire.
Understood, Chancellor. Jerk. I can wonder... No wonder people want to kill him.
You once knew me as Rodak, son of Nagra. Now I know the truth of things. That was a name given to me to prevent a great dishonor. With Martok's aid, my name, my face, all have been restored.
I see.
Our recent deeds and service to the Empire have led Jempa to restore the honor of my house. The sons of Moog once again stand proud and without shame. For your part in that, I thank you. It has been an honor to fight at your side.
The honor was mine, General.
Something on your mind? I'm not fond of being gaped at like a dumbstruck targ.
Who are you?
I have many names. At the moment, I am Commander Adetpa, First Officer of the Corps. In another life, I was Agent Kib of Klingon Intelligence. More recently, I was known as the Witch of Nimbus 3. I'm rather fond of that last one. It made children wail and grown men soil themselves.
Kinky!
Look, can't you see I'm busy?
Watch your tone.
Or what exactly? You do not frighten me! And I can think of a dozen ways to kill you with my bare hands. If you're lucky, I'll use one of the three that are quick and relatively painless. Buzz away now, globfly. Perhaps you can impress old Martok with your growls.
Really? Say that again. Perhaps I can impress him with my growls.
Look, can't you see I'm busy?
No. Hey, Bob, how's it going, sir? Let's give Bob a shout out here. Bob, of course, is a fellow streamer, obviously, which is probably giving him the shout out. He does various gaming, including Star Trek Online, so be sure to check him out. You're welcome, sir. I'm at it. Pop over here. 3.7, 3.2. Alright. I am keeping an eye on things. So there will be a strong sense of distraction. By the way, the recent Windows update, 2020 update, it certainly fucked up something with me in OBS. KDF. As I can't monitor any media through OBS. My intro music and outro music and the BRB music I can't hear. I can hear the game, and I'm assuming you guys can hear the game too, because I picked up on.
Ambassador Odo is here, coordinating security efforts.
I'll be blunt. The Hurk have decimated most of the Dominion. All but one fleet gone. It's all the Jem'Hadar can do to keep our remaining worlds from being laid waste. There is no diplomacy with the Hurk. We don't know why they're attacking.
Yeah, it's more
We're
of
not
like
even
other
sure
stuff that
where
normally
they're
have
coming
sounds
from.
on that's a
I'm sure there
concern.
are those in the Empire who would be content to let the Hurk destroy us. But where do you think they'll turn once they're finished?
A good question, Ambassador.
There are several Alpha Quadrant leaders here for the summit. Kai Kira of Bajor, Counselor Garrick of Cardassia, and my father, Ferengi Grand Nagus Rom. I recommend meeting with them as well. Their worlds will be on the front line if the Hurk launch a full invasion into this quadrant.
Very well. Let's see, we'll pop down this one. Let's see, we need a 30. We need something that's like a. Like a 30, 40, 40. That should work. Perfect, though. We walk along. The reason why we're doing this slow walk is atmosphere, you know? Take in Deep Space Nine. Admire the scenery.
I believe the Kai is here, in the Bajoran Temple.
So, I'm a Cardassian. Will Major Kira have a problem with that?
Hello there. I suppose Jempak sent you down to see where Bajor stands. I can tell you we're worried. The Hurk were a few ships away from ravaging our homeworld, and if the Dominion falls, they'll be back, and we'll be the first to face them, so Bajor stands ready. We'll do what we can to stop the Hurk, even if that means joining forces with the Dominion.
Bajor remains strong. Good!
There's something else I should mention. I've experienced visions recently, a sign from the prophets. I see a place I've been before, a world beyond the grip of death. It's the home of a former Kai, and it's in the Dominion. I should also mention that I've seen you in this vision as well. I believe we're going to take a journey together soon.
What of your duties as Kai?
As Kai, I'm obligated to serve the will of the prophets. Doing so leads me to many places, not just Bajor. That can be difficult, especially in times of war. There's been a lot of that in the last few years. First the Dominion, then the Klingons, the Iconians, and now the Hurk. There are times when I wonder how Ben Sisko managed during the Dominion War.
He didn't.
And he was the emissary.
He didn't manage a damn
I've tried
thing.
to follow his example whenever possible, but it's been a challenge.
No doubt.
Something else on your mind?
Not at the moment. Hold up, folks. I need to adjust something on my chair. There we go. This has been a stream where it's like a lot of adjusting and things are happening. Wait. Pun intended. Alright, let's go to the bar. To the bar!
My father is in my uncle's bar. Hard to believe he used to work there, huh?
He's a Ferengi. No one is shocked.
I was wondering when you'd come along. I'm guessing you're here to talk about the Hurk and what we want to do about them.
Yes.
It's no secret that the Ferengi aren't a military powerhouse like the Klingons. Most
Yes,
of the
they
time,
are.
We'd be happy to make a tidy profit from all of this, and as far away from it as possible.
Where's the
Changed
glory in that?
When the Hurk attacked Ferenginar. We would have been wiped out without help. And we didn't get it from Starfleet or the Klingons. We got it from the Lucari and the Cardassians. Even a few not cool ships showed up to fight. That showed us that this is everyone's fight, big or small. So we're in. And if the 34th rule of acquisition comes into play...
How did you convince your people to join?
It wasn't easy, believe me. I've managed to get the Board of Liquidators with us, for now. Most of them see the potential for incredible profit. Alliance defense contracts can be very lucrative. The rest, well, let's just say their self-preservation instincts are strong. They'd rather fight with the Alliance than stand alone. The Hurk have me thinking about adding a new rule of acquisition. If they can't be bought, get ready to fight!
That seems appropriate where the Hurkin are concerned.
Did you have another question?
Not at the moment, no. Alright, so we're a Cardassian. Garrick's a Cardassian. Makes you wonder how this interaction is going to go.
It looks like Counselor Garrick is in his old tailor shop. Huh.
Hello there. I take it you're not here to update your ensemble, though if you'd like a few suggestions, I'd be happy to provide some. In the meantime, let's talk about serious business, shall we? I'm sure you'd like to know Cardassia's position on the Hurk problem. It's simple, really. They're a menace, and one we should deal with swiftly.
Right.
Surprised? Don't be. Cardassia was recently attacked by the Hurk. We'd have fared poorly without help from our neighbors. Even the Lucari and the Ferengi offered a hand. I trust this lesson isn't lost on you. If we stand alone, we're doomed.
This used to be your store?
Once upon a time, when I was but a tailor. That was before plain, simple Garrick became a member of the Detapa Council, of course. Before the Reconstruction and the Iconian War and the Hurk. While I'm proud of the work I've done for Cardassia over the years, there's a part of me that yearns to be here once more. To be just a tailor, just Garrick.
We go where we're needed.
Will there be anything else?
Not at the moment.
The Alliance has asked a number of special consultants to attend the summit. I know each of them well, and I can vouch for their knowledge and skill. Even my Uncle Quark. Despite his reputation, his knowledge of the Gamma Quadrant is valuable. Just don't mention Latinum in the discussion, or the value of his information could rise considerably.
Understood. So, we go back this way.
Ah, you must be Chancellor Jempok's attaché. Nice to meet you.
What
Dr.
did you
Julian
say?
Bashir, recently recommissioned Starfleet officer at your service. We're doing what we can to get things in order after that business with the Zenkethi and the Hurk. The station took quite a beating. Worse than I saw during the Dominion War.
And it took a
We're still treating
real
casualties, and
pounding.
It looks like we'll be seeing more soon. A lot more. The situation is compounded by the presence of civilians, both local and from other systems, even the Dominion. We have a number of refugees from the Gamma Quadrant on the station, and more are on the way. Clearly, the sooner we can solve the Hurk dilemma, the better. We'll be beyond our capacity to help the refugees soon, as will Bajor.
Recently recommissioned, you left the Fleet of Stars?
I mustered out some time ago to start a private practice on Trill. Since then, I've worked on special projects for Starfleet from time to time.
He's been working on Nesri.
Even managed to start a family. Needless to say, I wasn't initially thrilled with the idea of putting the uniform on again. Still, it's very hard to say no to Kai Kira and Captain Dax. And so here I am, back on the front of an interstellar conflict. Here's hoping it's a brief one.
An ideal outcome, but unlikely. It's going to take at least 6 episodes.
Something on your mind?
Nothing now. Good news is sick bay is right near. Excuse me.
Hello. Oh, it's been a while since I've been in this place. I can't believe Quark still has that hollow me in here. It's a little embarrassing, to be honest. I wish we were all here under better circumstances. Then again, DS9's always been a trouble magnet. I guess peace is a little too much to ask for around here.
That NPC is just weird.
My husband is risking a lot of capital, political and otherwise, by choosing to get involved with all of this. Fortunately, he's the best Grand Nagus to come around in a long time. The best ever, as far as I'm concerned, but I'm pretty biased on that point. Look, if I were this mirror version of me I've been hearing so much about,
which you are,
I'd have a lot more tactical advice to offer.
Which you do.
As it is, my advice to you is this. Take a look around. Think about all the civilians, the refugees, people who are depending on you to protect them. Think about the best way you can do that, if you can. That's what I'd do if I were in your shoes. Boots, whatever.
Mirror version?
Yeah, in that alternate universe where good people are evil and vice versa, turns out the evil version of me is an admiral
But
there.
what if the evil this is
work.
the evil
Wears
universe?
lots of leather, carries a whip. Oh, and she's in command of the evil Enterprise.
Or the good
I
Enterprise.
found out about her from my husband's information gathering specialist.
Shadow brokers.
Never hurts to be well informed, right? Rule of acquisition number 7. Keep your ears open and your eyes on the mark.
Or Rule 74, knowledge equals profit.
Was there something else?
No, thank you. To the bar!
Don't suppose you're here for a drink? Holosuite? Dabo? Can't blame me for trying to find profit while I can. My fool of a brother, the Nagus, seems hell-bent on getting the Ferengi into this mess. Not a lot of profit in fighting the Hurk, 34th rule or not. You can't spend your money when you're dead.
No, but you can be taxed.
If you ask me, we'd be better off sealing that wormhole and saying goodbye to the Hurk and the Dominion forever. I'd miss the Tulaberry wine, but I'd get over it. But seeing how that'll never happen, especially as long as Kira's still breathing, I suppose I'll have to dig in like everyone else. You know what the worst part of this mess is?
What?
Odo. He's back like a kind of ghost haunting me. I must be cursed.
You know, I hear you own your own moon.
I do. And I'd be there, enjoying myself, if it weren't for the Grand Nagus. Brother or not, I wanted nothing to do with this until he put Lukari terraforming tech on the table. Couldn't pass that up. It'll cut biosphere renovation costs on my moon by 70%. Even with Odo here, and a billion Hurk trying to demolish everything in sight, there's profit in the wind. Might finally land that exclusive Tulaberry export contract I've been dreaming about for 40 years.
Assuming the Hurk don't eat all the Tulaberries.
Can I get you something?
I'm fine for now.
There's a number of refugee groups here on the promenade.
Yes, but you know who's also here? Morn! Morn, how you doing? Morn, I could really use your advice. I'm glad to know someone agrees with me. Want to play a free round to Dabo? No? Alright. Hey, we sit at the bar. Feet in the... Did the feet clip into it? Yes, it does. Well...
We're lucky to be alive, friend. There was little warning before the Hurk attacked our homeworld. We sent a call to the Founders, but no Jem'Hadar ships came. Our local defense force didn't last long. A few of us managed to get away on ships before the Hurk closed in.
Uh-huh.
Word of the Bajorans and their faith reached us after the war ended. Their stories about one of their spiritual leaders. She came to the worst of us on our prison moon to bring the wisdom of the prophets. So, when the Hurk came, we decided to come here, through the Celestial Temple, to seek deliverance. If the Founders won't listen to us, perhaps Kai Kira and the prophets will.
The Kai will help you if she can. And...
It must be a surprise seeing Koremans here on a Federation station.
Very
Let
much
that
so.
Sink in for a minute. It's so bad in the Dominion that its citizens are looking for safe haven with their former enemies.
The Hurk aren't our only problem. When the invasion started, it was like the Founders forgot about us. No Jem'Hadar came to our rescue. No Vorda with words of comfort or relief. Nothing. There's even talk about rebellion, of leaving the Dominion altogether.
We were the lucky ones. We got out early. I've heard rumors about a blockade, keeping the rest of us from leaving the homeworld. It might be true. I haven't seen any more Koremans arrive here for a while now. Oh, please. The Founders have forsaken us. Don't let the Alliance turn their backs on us, too.
We'll do what we can for you.
This is Jempak. The summit will begin soon. Send your report to me now.
All right, here.
The Federation and Romulan positions are predictable as always, but I am
As is
surprised by the
ours.
Cardassians and Ferengi. They are usually more inclined to worry about their own skins first. I am not concerned about the refugees. Starfleet and the Bajorans will be all too eager to shelter and feed them, after all. As I said, the summit is about to start. Report to me there when you arrive.
Yes, Chancellor. Whoops. The conference room.
Everyone is here and no one has started shooting. Impressive.
Disappointing.
This may go better than I expected. Take a moment to relax and speak with the others. Things will be serious soon enough, believe me.
Right. Martok.
Jempak is a fool. If he thinks we can sit idly by while the rest of the galaxy fights the Hurk, he's not willing to face the truth. There are Klingons who fear the Hurk, hiding behind politics and rules. Grethar waits for their worthless souls.
Yeah, and we're going to send Donald Trump there.
Know this. There are still Klingons who know where their blades belong. We will not dishonor our ancestors and ignore the Hurk. We will fight them to our dying breath in the name of Kahless and the Empire.
For Kahless and the Empire. For waffles and tacos. Speaking of which, give me a moment.
on playing this game.
All right, we're dropping in on the F and Dante
well
Savage.
done and stuff too. I've been digging it. I missed some stuff though, and I was sad about that. Okay, I won't make excuses. I feel like he was trying really hard though. Oh, because I got to do stuff for her. Fred, what's up, my man?
And that's the F and Dante Savage.
I got the horse. Hold on.
And Dante is playing Resident Evil 3.
Only one. Moose, it's always a pleasure to have you, man. Fred, I hope that you're having a great stream, brother. Hope that you're having a great stream. 3 minutes eye patch gameplay brought to you by our good friend Fred Kasdan. Alright, I don't have what I'm supposed to give her. So.
Like I said, I'm like one of the people that like swing over, mess with Dante, and no updates yet. Disappointed. So disappointed. Da 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 da.
Kapla, I am Wei Yung Ten. I'm glad we had a moment to talk before the summit begins. I trust you relayed everything you learned to your superiors. Did you convey a need for cooperation with the Founders as well? I understand there is some resistance to that idea in the Empire.
There is indeed. Yeah, and that's a reference to something else regarding the Dominion.
Hello again. I spoke with Odo about the vision we discussed. He's agreed to clear a mission to the old sector. Opaka, the former Kai I mentioned, lives there now.
Does this involve your visions?
I believe so, yes. The Kai has a condition that has prevented her from leaving until now. Odo has provided us with data that could lead to a cure. If there's a chance, I'm willing to take it. Her wisdom could help us all greatly. I realize this is a lot to take in, but I hope I can count on your help when the time comes.
You'll have it, Major, Captain.
I'm glad you're here. I've been feeling conflicted lately. All the worlds we saved from the Zenkethi were also home to thousands of dormant Hurk. By saving those planets, we also saved a great number of enemies. Those very enemies have since attacked a number of worlds, including my own.
Multi-record. Oh, we've also saved billions of lives.
You're right, of course. If only there'd been another way to resolve things. If the Zenkethi would have listened to reason. I suppose we should place our hope in working together to stop the Hurk. I can't help but think there's a path to peaceful resolution in all of this. There's got to be some way to end this madness before more lives are lost.
Nope.
If I can have everyone's attention, thank you. Let's begin the summit. We have a lot to discuss. Thank you all for coming. By now, you should be aware of our tactical situation. The Dominion, as you know it, is on the verge of collapse. We've withdrawn to our core systems, and the lines are holding, for now. Without your help, the Hurk will win the war of attrition.
What about your outer systems? We're receiving refugees here, from those areas.
We have one fleet left, Admiral. That's hardly enough to defend the entire Dominion.
I'm failing to see how this concerns the Empire.
The recent battle here is a sample of what the Hurk can do.
If you think they'll stop at the wormhole, you're sadly mistaken.
Need I remind you that the Dominion came to your aid in the Iconian War?
Yes.
I seem to recall Klingons placing high value on debts of honor, or has that changed?
Mind your tongue, changeling! I will not be insulted!
Too late.
Admiral Quinn to Ops. What's happening?
Things.
We're under attack, Admiral. It's the Herc. Reading Herc boarding parties. Multiple decks. They've concentrated in the damaged pylon. Ore processing area.
Get to that damaged pylon section and lock it down before the Herc trigger an explosion that could wreck the station.
Yes, Chancellor. Everybody here? Good. Ew, my God. It's a giant bug. Anybody got a can of Raid? Alright. I was taken care of. Going up these stairs.
Bad news. The hangar security shield is on the verge of collapse. If it drops, you'll get pulled out into space, so let's make sure that doesn't happen. You need to stabilize the power relays and recalibrate the shields. There are consoles near your position you can use to do this.
Acknowledge. And yep, that's right, they're up. They're up there. Stabilize the power. Recalibrate the shields.
Nice work, but it's not over yet. The
It'll
Herc
never
have
be
moved
over.
into the ore processing area above your position. There's a lot of unstable uridium ore in there. If they damage it, it could ignite and set off a chain reaction that could destroy the pylon. You'll need to make your way up there to secure the area and restart the safety systems there.
Understood.
Looks like the access system in this section was reset. You'll need to rotate the central column and extend the bridges in order to reach the next section.
Very well. Basically, all those button presses just to do 2 functions. That's all that those consoles are there for. To make it go up, then down. Squishy. We rotate it down.
Okay, you're almost in the clear. The safety systems for the area are currently offline. You'll need to restore power to that section and reinitialize the safety systems to get everything back online.
Right. Hey. Get power back online.
Alright, the safety systems are reinitializing.
My
They should be up and running in
away
a few
team got
minutes.
separated.
Nice work. Hold on. I'm picking up multiple Herc life signs in your area. They're converging on your position. I need you to defend that section from the Herc until the system comes online again. If they get in before that happens, they could knock it offline again, or worse.
A lot of hit and running. That's right, we just roundhouse kicked them in the face. Somehow we make it through without getting knocked out. That's good. That did it. The Herc won't be getting in there anytime soon. Damage control teams are on the way. DS9 Command has requested the aid of all available ships in the sector. The station and a number of civilian vessels are under heavy attack, and we need you on the bridge. Transporters are standing by. We're ready to beam you back to the ship at your command. Yeah, considering only 2 of us made it up here.
The Herc are attacking the station and several civilian vessels in the system. I've sent ships to assist them, but I'm concerned our forces are spread too thin. I'd like you to work with those ships to protect the civilians while the rest of us defend the station. First, Dukan Rex will accompany you as a combat escort.
We'll keep them safe.
Starfleet vessels, this is Quinn. Protect civilian targets.
Target's shields have failed. Right shield failing. Fore shields failing. Rear shields failing.
Where's my... Where is it? There it is.
Hull integrity below 50%.
Oh, that was close. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Shields have failed.
Take a little bit of damage.
Hull integrity below 75%.
All right.
Ship is under attack. Fore shield failing. Target shield.
Thing about the Herc, they're fast. All right.
Target's shields have failed. Rear shields failing.
All right. So far, so goody.
Thanks, and good luck with the Herc. You'll need it.
has failed.
We're a tower of triumph. I think that's what it said.
Rear shield failing. Left shield failing. Right shield failing.
Plotting the course for Beta Z. May the prophets guide you.
Yeah, guide me back over here.
Nice work. But I'm afraid there's bad news. We're picking up Herc vessels and they're heading our way. The station's weapon systems are offline. We need a few minutes to get them up and running. Until then, we're a sitting duck over here. I've asked every ship in the sector to regroup and prepare for battle. Let's hope it's enough.
We'll stop the Huck.
Warning. Ship is under attack. Right shield failing.
Honor your ancestors. Fight now and destroy the Herc.
Concentrate fire on their capital ships.
Rear shield failing.
Chief, I need those systems online.
Yes, now would be a good time.
These Herc not
Left shield failing.
I will see.
Systems online in 60 seconds.
That was cool.
Hull integrity below 75%.
Don't let the frigate swarms get behind you.
Hull integrity below 25%.
Just a few more seconds.
Yeah, we needed the cloak.
Defense systems online. Target the Herc and open fire.
Rear shield failing. 4 shields failing.
Do.
Hull integrity below 50%. Target shields have failed. Target shields have failed. Left shield failing. 4 shields failing. Right shield failing. Target shields have failed.
Woo! Okay, that was explosive.
Target's shield has failed.
Just a few more left. Bring us back around.
Warning, ship is under attack.
Alright. I think that covers that. Have it.
That was the last of them. We're not picking up any Herc ships on long-range sensors. For now, at least. I think it's clear that the Dominion is prepared to work with you to stop the enemy.
Liar.
I hope the Empire is ready to do the same.
That remains to be seen.
In the meantime, our fleet will do what it can to keep the Herc on our side of the wormhole. Tell Jimpak not to wait too long to make his decision, or the Dominion's problem will become yours soon enough.
Is that a threat? Alright, what she says. All decks that we put it in, ready to depart on your command. Get us out of here. It's a weird stream tonight, folks. Weird stream. Alright, so we're revisiting DS9 because I actually got to turn in the mission.
After action report, stardate 55781.09. Commander Narrator reporting. If I never see Polaris 3 again, I shall die a happy woman. Duty took me to that miserable sandpit today. Nakul, posing as Remans, had come to recover the buried pieces of a Soong-type android, designation B4. We intercepted the Nakul and secured all of the android's components. They planned on programming B4 to cause a warp core breach on the Enterprise while it orbited Romulus. Thankfully, we stopped them. Unfortunately, we didn't stop them before they dug up the android components. As a result, my team and I had to bury them again so Picard and his people could find them. I may never get all the sand out of my combat armor.
Tough business there.
The Herc threat is real. If they are foolish enough to attack the Empire again, we will defeat them as we did in ages past. As for the Dominion, Martok's expeditionary force will be leaving for the Gamma Quadrant soon. If that is where their honor lies, so be it. One more thing. Kai Kira of Bajor is leading a mission to the Inner System, and she has requested your assistance. Bajor has been a strong ally of the Empire, so I am granting that request. See to it that she returns safely. Serve the Empire well.
Dude, you're in my personal space.
I need your help with a very sensitive mission. A former Kai, Opaka, was trapped on a prison moon in the Gamma Quadrant in 2369. Alien nanotech in her system prevents her from leaving the moon, but it also sustains her life indefinitely while on the surface. It seems the wardens of the prison were planning on curing and granting amnesty to the prisoners until their planet was decimated by the Herc. Somehow, the Dominion managed to obtain the cure, and they've provided it to us as a peace offering. The moon hasn't been hit by the Herc, but it's only a matter of time. We need to cure Opaka and the others and get them out of there before that happens. Something else on your mind?
Nope, nothing else on my mind. What are you doing on a Federation station? I would think you would have had voiceover lines, but nope. What's the status of this ship? We go. Commando. All right. Check and see if there's any updates. 84. You can take a guess while I'm checking. You can take a wild guess, folks, and you'll probably be right. Alright, so I'm actually checking something, folks. I'm sorry, but... Alright. So Georgia is razor thin. Give me a moment, folks. Give me a moment. I'm checking something here. And I could have used this as a BRB, but since I'm still here at my desk.
Good to see you again. I hope we can continue to enjoy a healthy and profitable business relationship. In the meantime, let's do the best we can for our people.
Right, Grand Negus. Alright. So, we are now making way to Dominion space. This would have been like a great thing for a cutscene. First time you go to the... Yeah, but oh well. Do 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 do.
Good, we've arrived. I suggest scanning the prison moon and its satellite network. They might have fixed the design flaw we exploited here years ago to bypass their defenses.
I would have, were I in charge of this facility.
Those satellites could cripple a Starfleet runabout with one shot back then. I'd rather not find out how powerful they are now.
Very.
If you don't mind.
I do mind. Take us into scanning range. It's no moon.
Looks like the satellite weapon and defense systems were updated to deal with modern vessels, but they still have the same flaw that Miles O'Brien took advantage of years ago.
It has a weakness? Explain.
You should be able to distract the satellites by firing probes near their position. Distract enough of them, and you'll clear an area long enough to safely beam down an away team.
Right.
Picking up some debris clouds from Herc ships in orbit.
Looks like the Herc's been here. We're taking our time, folks. No rush. Helps if we actually move forward. Fire a probe.
It's possible some Herc bypassed the satellites. We should be ready.
Fire a probe.
Looks like O'Brien's trick still works. The satellites took the bait, and we have a safe transport window.
Right, bring us into transporter range. It was amazing. We cruise in, nice and stealthily.
We're in position. I recommend we bring some pattern enhancers along. Local interference can make it tough to get a lock on, and we might have to leave in a hurry.
Agreed.
All right. The doctor and I are ready to beam down when you are. Though I can't say I'm thrilled to see that moon again.
You insisted on coming.
Ah, the wreckage of the Yangtze Jiang. Or what's left of her, rather. Looks like the locals have scavenged everything of value from the old girl. Unlike her, they can never die thanks to the nanotech inside of them.
Until we provide the cure.
Right. The last time we were here, the prisoners were eager to be cured, if only to get the chance to kill their rivals off for good. I'm hoping that Opaka has shown them a better path in the time she's been here among them.
Let's find out. A walk this way. A talk this way.
We're not alone. Herc life signs dead ahead.
Weapons out. Well, that was a thing.
This is interesting. I just ran a medical scan on these Herc. They're not regenerating. There's no sign of the alien nanites in their bodies.
Really?
Something in the Herc genetic makeup isn't compatible with the nanites. I suspect it only works on humanoids.
Well, maybe we can exploit that, or not. Good, we only have to drop them once then. Open the door. Keep weapons at the ready. We're forbidding Strifer? We're forbidding all the same. This way.
We're here to help. Keep fighting!
Oh, good to know that you're here to help. Take him down. Right. Alright, you dead?
I think you'll find that she'll be in good health within moments.
Damn.
The healing nanites are quite effective. In fact, they seem to have become more efficient than they were last time I was here.
All warriors should be able to die with some honor.
You can relax. I'm fine now. Really.
How disappointing.
You made it. Good. The Kai's been expecting you.
She has?
Yes. She's had a vision about you coming here. Come with us. We'll take you to her. Unless you'd rather stand around here until more of those things show up.
Take us to the Kai, prisoner. Alright, it's a different thing. So the Klingon Empire approach is definitely a little bit more gruff.
The Kai's waiting for you. In the temple ahead.
An orb box.
Welcome. It's been some time since we've had peaceful visitors.
Opaka, you talk without moving your lips.
Kira, it's been too long. Truly, the prophets have smiled upon us today.
Indeed they have. We have brought the cure. You'll be able to live a normal life away from here. You'll be free.
And we have something to bring with us. A miracle.
Is that?
Yes, a blessing from the prophets. The Orb of Peace. Through it, we ended the war between Ennis and Noel Ennis. As you can see, our peace has been shattered by the arrival of the hostile aliens. We have tried to speak with them, to find reason, but we have failed. We don't even know their name.
They're called Herc, and there's no reasoning with them. They attack and devastate every world, every species they encounter. We need to get you and your people out of here as soon as possible.
I see. We must take the orb with us as well. I can't have it falling into the hands of such a warlike species. It would be like the occupation all over again.
Except better.
That's not going to happen. I won't allow it, and neither will my friends. We can administer the cure to everyone in groups. With your permission, we'll start right away.
Very well. Begin the procedure. I'm sure many of us are eager to leave this place and begin a new life together.
Understood. So what, let's... Can I cut through here? No, I cannot.
When they put me here, all I knew was war. I don't remember why it started, just that there was us and the Ennis had to die. Even when the Kai came, I didn't believe. But when they found the orb and people stopped killing, things changed for me. Guess there's something to faith after all. Anyway, thanks for everything.
You're welcome.
Is this for real? This cure?
It's a
they
lie.
Talked about it a little after the Kai arrived, but I thought it was a myth. Never thought it was actually real. So, I can die now. Funny, I never thought I would. And now that I can, I'm a little scared. Is that strange?
A warrior of the Empire does not know fear.
The cure, huh? Well, this cure had better work, friend. Or we won't be friends no more. Get me.
It's unwise to threaten a warrior of the Empire without asking us out to dinner first.
After all this time, to live a normal life, it's like waking up from a really bad dream. I can think about having a family again. An actual family. I don't know what else to say except thank you.
There's a thought.
Some time ago, I asked Bashir for this cure. I wanted to use the cure as a weapon and kill the enemy. I couldn't put the war with the Knoll behind me. I hated him for denying my chance for vengeance. Now, that's changed, thanks to the Kai. I found a better path. I just want to lead a simple, natural life.
You can now. Make the most of it. For about 3 minutes. Maybe 4. Did I miss one? Oh.
Then it's true what the Kai saw in her dreams. Those visions. The prophets sent us the orb, and now they sent you with our deliverance from this horrible place. Truly, the prophets smile upon us all.
We'll need to leave soon. Be ready.
Looks like you're down to 1 dose of the cure. Use that to inoculate the Kai. Kai or Parker, that is. I'll administer the cure to the rest here.
Except there's no one else. $94.90.
You have my thanks for all you have done for us today. May the blessings of the prophets be yours.
Prepare to leave soon. The Herc may return.
Those things are attacking! Defend yourselves!
I could have sworn we saved them.
Golan's down! Medic! Someone help him!
I'm afraid he's dead. There's nothing we can do for him.
Worthless.
Though we will mourn the loss of our friend Golan, we can take comfort knowing that, at long last, he was able to leave this place for a better one. He is finally at peace, and his Pak will join the prophets in the Celestial Temple.
He fought and died with honor. A small Herc vessel was able to make it past the satellite network. You're going to have company down there soon. Right? Clear a transport window for us. Not an option. The Herc ship getting through, plus our early deception put the defense grid on high alert. The probe trick isn't working on the satellites. What's the new evac plan? We're attempting to hack the satellite command network. Once we've done so, we'll be able to close the transporter range and beam you out safely. There's still a lot of local interference, however. If you can get back to the initial transport site and activate your pattern enhancers, we'll be able to get a better lock on your position.
The doctor and I will stay with Opaka and her people in case the Herc make another attack here. Once you've cleared the way to the transport site, we'll join up with you there.
Very well. Be ready to move. Ooh. This had a total fade out there. We walk alone. Goodness is on this part we will have the high ground. At least initially.
Enemy targets on sensor.
Why go down there when you can stay up here? Ha ha! The high ground. I am the Highlander. There can be only one. Whoops. Here we are, born to be kings. We're the princes of the universe. You target the big one. Ooh.
Glad everyone made it out in one piece. Set up the pattern enhancer so we can beam out safely. There's no telling when the Herc will send reinforcements down.
Indeed. Indeed. We've got a solid lock on you, ready to beam you back to the ship on your order. Get us out of here. Huh. We're reading a Herc fleet inbound to our position. Until we deal with them, we won't be able to lower shields and beam the rest of the colonists up. Colonists are prisoners. Are we still attempting to hack these satellites? Yes, we currently have partial access to their command network. Give us a little more time and we'll be able to reprogram them to fight on our side. Make it happen, quickly. Well, that went wrong. So many ways.
4 shields failing. Hull integrity below 25%.
Whoops.
Ship is under attack.
Alright. That worked out better. We're picking up more Herc on long-range sensors. A lot of them. We don't have a lot of time. Ready to reprogram the satellites. However, we're standing by to broadcast a signal to the command route network. Make it happen.
Let's move the ship behind the satellites and lure the Herc in.
Yep, we will go over.
Just in time. Here they come.
Oh boy.
Target shield has failed.
Trying to play it smart without getting blown up. Right. That worked out. If a little clunky. We avoid being exploded.
Alright, looks like the Herc have had enough for now. Let's get the rest of Opaka's people out of the colony while we can. The Herc might send a larger force to finish us off.
Agreed. Transporter control, energize.
I'm glad I was able to administer the cure to the remaining prisoners while you were clearing a path to the transport site. Everyone is safely aboard and mortal.
Except for Golan. He's dead.
Years. I've never seen so many people overjoyed to learn that eventually they'll die.
Indeed.
Thank you, Julian. It means a lot to me to have everyone out safely, especially Opaka. We have a lot to talk about, her and I. For now, I think we should return to Deep Space Nine before the Herc come back to settle the score.
Yeah, let's get out of here. Warp speed.
Welcome to Deep Space Nine.
60? What?
Emissary, our paths meet again.
Hello, Ben. It's good to hear from you.
Amazing how it drops us off back in the Alpha Quadrant for this, but okay.
I'm glad we were able to return Opaka to Bajor safely. She's determined to follow the will of the prophets and establish a new place of worship in the Gamma Quadrant near the wormhole. Odo assures me that the Dominion are open to discussing this. We'll see. Many of us have not forgotten the fate of the new Bajor colony and the Dominion's role in that. As for me, my time as Kai is coming to an end. Opaka is the Kai that Bajor needs now. I intend to guard the Celestial Temple from the Hurk and anyone else who would destroy the home of the Prophets. Best place to do that is Deep Space Nine, as part of Starfleet. I'll be Captain Kira the next time you see me. Thank you again for helping me bring Opaka home. I owe you one.
You owe me more than that. Alright, folks, I am actually going to take a BRB. Whoops. DJ Mega, you hit full burnout of this game.
The Dominion has asked the Alliance to send an expeditionary force, and I have some things for you to look into.
In a moment, Garrick. I can understand that. I used to play this game every day for many years. Then I just said, you know what? I'm just gonna stream it once a week, and that'll be it. Depending on the event, I might be conned into logging in every day. Yeah, the daily grind. What killed it for me, though, is the reputation system. Like, I have no... That's why it always feels like I roll new characters and, like, go to the story campaign, because chances are stuff gets changed around, remastered, cut out. But this... The reputation system, in and of itself, killed it for me. It was bad enough with the, when they redid the R&D, because it used to be you had to go to, like, Memory Alpha, which, or at least on the Federation side. I'm not sure where it was for the Klingon side. I don't remember that. But Memory Alpha was a big spot for crafting, and then that basically turned into a duty officer assignment. So it's like... Ooh, on my main tune, I maxed out on everything. My main tune, I have all this maxed out. I have all of this maxed out on my main tune. Where is it? All of this maxed out, and all of this maxed out on my main tune. You can pay money to buy out to tier 5 now. Yeah, because the grinding out to tier 6 takes damn near as long as it takes to get to tier 5. No, but I did it the old-fashioned way. I grinded it out. We did it the old-fashioned way. We put the work in. Yeah. Back in my day, Star Trek Online didn't have all this crap. And I get why it's there. Because basically what the reputation system basically exists to justify the fact that the special task force missions. I get why it's there. Because the special task force missions, if they were... I will say this right now, if the special task force missions were actually as long as they originally were, and people are gonna hate me for saying this, but the original versions of Infected, The Cure, and Khitomer Accord, I think, were certainly longer. Because now they're like, what, barely 5 minutes? It was like Infected, shoot, you can tear through Infected in like, what, in like 3 minutes. Yeah, exactly. And you still working on the Dominion Recruit? Yeah, I gave up on that. I gotta go back and grind out stuff on the Dominion character, which is why I've been saying that this will be like the last full grind up campaign character in a while. Mainly because this character was created primarily because of the whole this year being dedicated to the Klingon Empire. So it's like, okay, it made sense for to roll a new character in that regard. Associated with the Klingon Empire, but in actuality, I got plenty of characters that I can easily rotate through, replay, get missions and stuff called up on every character and so forth. So it's yeah. Yeah, because the Dominion one, here's the thing. Not many people finish it. No, I'm gonna tell you why many people didn't finish it. Because the Dominion had no content. The Dominion recruits had no contact. You had their tutorial and basically the Gamma Quadrant arc as dedicated content, and then because it puts you right at max level right away. And so in terms of everything else, and when they changed missions with like every mission becoming available, because they're the reason why the story, the Gamma Quadrant expansion for the Jem'Hadar recruits is basically the reason the story arc and everything is available right off the bat, because they have it. If you rolled a Jem'Hadar character, a Dominion character, you get access to every story arc right off the bat. So that's the reason why that's a thing, is like people don't work their way through the stories anymore, or and you get the nuisance where it automatically pops up and progresses. And heaven forbid if you had a character that was maxed out and they changed certain things around. And I remember vividly on a lot of the changes that they did, like certain prompts and triggers for certain notifications and things was popping up again that I did years ago. It's like, but you had to do them again just to clear them out, otherwise your mission log will be filled with just basically go here, talk to this person, go here, talk to this person. It's basically just to get things advanced. But here's the other thing. The other thing that the Dominion thing ruined out. How can I put it? There was no justification for it. I mean, there was just because here's the thing: with the Federation expansion, for Discovery and what was it? The Agents of Yesterday. Those made sense because you had missions set within that time period where you had the tutorial and you had some missions and they kicked you forward in time, and it was kind of justified because you had because of the time travel element. The Dominion one really wasn't justified, because particularly if when one's going to compare it to, say, how the Romulans was implemented. The Romulan Republic, when that came out, the Romulan Republic, you had already a few missions already there that could easily be transmogrified and see things from the Republic's perspective. then on top of that, you had the awesome tutorial and everything associated with that, and the initial missions and everything of getting out there in space and hitting stuff here. And by the time it's like, was it because Nimbus 3 was that came out prior to the Romulan expansion, I think. Either before or it was out. No, it was either before or a part of it, one or the other, because that ties in perfectly with the original weekly events from a while back, the everything involving Hakeev. So that tied in together perfectly. In short, basically, you had justification for when the Romulan Republic story arc kind of its unique content petered out. You had enough of it to basically justify everything else being like, okay, cross faction. The Dominion, there is no justification for it. It's like, oh, what is it? Oh, it's all part of Deep Space Nine, and so forth. You know what people will probably have wanted? You could have, because there were missions in Cardassian space involving the True Way. That what the Cardassian Union fleet, that would have been something. That would have been the proper way to go. With it, if you were going to have another faction, the Cardassian Union fleet, because there were missions there. There were missions there because what was it? Because Cardassian Struggle is only like a handful of missions, but you had, what was there? Because now I'm getting mad. I'm getting mad because I'm remembering this crap. There was the mission with the son of Tom Riker, the transporter duplicate of Will Riker, and basically discovering them and running them through a base and everything that was in the Badlands. You had that could have been easily converted into a Cardassian Union type mission. You had the Colony one, where Colony was being harassed by True Way operatives, and I mean that would have been the best way to go, because you had those missions already there. There were Federation missions that could have easily been converted to being Cardassian exclusive content, and so forth. You could have had all the stuff happening from the Cardassian side, and then you could have worked it in, and you know what would have been actually the key mission that would have basically worked the Cardassian Union into working with the Federation or the Klingons and seeing which one will be your primary faction for a lot of cross-faction content. The Spectres, the Davidians, the Davidian story arc, everything that happens in the Klingon neutral zone at the Rosanna Station and everything associated with that. See, I have these good ideas, but Cryptic won't hire me because I don't have any skills to implement these ideas. But you lay it out, it would have worked so much better. And still, you could have had the Dominion ships being part of like the Cardassian expansion in that way. You could have had the Dominion ships as part of that expansion, and with the bundle and everything, that you will work with the Dominion. Loris would be the Gamma Quadrant point of contact for anything associated there, and it would have worked out. Without question, it would have worked out so much better. And not to mention, there was a Cardassian ambassador that was in the game already. Still. Anyway, and we got off into a rant there. DJ Mega, you popped in. Oh. I have not been marked away from the keyboard. Idle for too damn long. Game, I have not been away from the keyboard for too damn long. I was talking. Fuck you, game. Anyway, folks, I'm going to take me a BRB. I shall be back in a bit. back. Sorry about that, folks. Of course, like everyone else in the world, I am distracted by something else here. And other things.
The Dominion has asked the Alliance to send an expeditionary force into the outer reaches of their territory. The Hurk aren't as numerous there, and we're hoping we can learn more about them while we render aid to the Dominion in that sector. Ambassador Odo will be accompanying us on his flagship, along with Captain Kira aboard the Defiant. I'll be commanding a modest Cardassian fleet as well. We'll start in the Dosi system. Our latest intelligence has discovered a Hurk presence in that area. Meet us there at your earliest convenience. Be seeing you.
Yes, you will be seeing us, Garrick. Plain and simple Garrick. What is this? Clear stuff out. Oh yeah, that's right. We have that equipped. Wait, what was this from? Oh yeah, that was the I actually forget what the hell. I forget what the hell that's from. But I do remember we have to up the. Knew there was something I needed to do. And as usual, nothing out of the Phoenix prize packs. We need to. It does have a visual effect. Alrighty. And once again, folks, thank you very much for lurking. Your support, hanging out, and so forth is always appreciated. Oh, we have another slot open? To the Dosi system. Home of the Dosies. Wasn't there a DS9 episode called The Search?
Thank you for joining us. As you can see, we can't even defend our stations from Herc attacks. It's going to take a joint Alliance and Dominion effort to stop them. We are currently at the edge of the Dosi system. Thankfully, the Herc aren't attacking the Dosi homeworld yet. They're starting to evacuate as a precaution, however.
Who are the Dosi?
The Dosi recently joined the Dominion after many years of independence. Their aggressive fondness for commerce can be troublesome, but they've managed to prove their worth to the Founders. Work on this planet was a joint project with the Karemans, and the Dominion built a station here to provide oversight.
That's a buyout. Let's see. And that's $50 to buy it out. Like, no thanks.
All ships, target the Herc and fire at will. Victory is life!
Right.
Warning, ship is under attack. Target shields have failed. 4 shields failing. Hull integrity below 75%. Hull integrity below 50%. Right shield failing. Hull integrity below 25%. Target shields have failed. Right shield failing. Rear shield failing.
Need to drop the cloak in.
Hull integrity below 25%.
Woo! Reaper of the Swarm. We're Reapers!
Ship is under attack. 4 shields failing. Hull integrity below 50%. Target shields have failed.
Advantage on the Federation side, and technically Federation Romulan. I have more ships I can swap to.
Hull integrity below 75%. Target shields have failed.
Ooh, that was pretty. Pulled them all in one spot. That was awesome. Whoops.
I can see you're a handy person to have around.
Thank you,
And
Garrick.
while I'd like to put this system far behind us, I believe we should find out what we can about the Herc and their reasons for being here. While we still can, of course. The Herc may decide to send more ships here.
Very well, Counselor. Alright, where are we going?
This planet appears to have been abandoned some time ago. No life signs detected. Sensors indicate an extensive network of defunct mines. I'm reading residual levels of dilithium, topoline, chemosite, and several components used in the production of Ketracel White. How curious. Of what use would this world be to the Herc? It's clearly of no value to the Dominion. Wait. I'm reading more Herc inbound.
Battle station.
They're going for the station. What are they after?
Things.
We should scan the station once we're done with these Herc.
Target's shields have failed.
That's a handy little thing to have. It's like, use that graviton weapon thing, grab the enemies and just yank them around.
The station is a basic resource transport hub, not exceptionally old. No life signs on sensors. It looks abandoned. I'm picking up trace levels of mineral resources in several storage areas, but there's nothing of note here. Unless the Herc are driven solely to consume an assortment of minerals. This is a very interesting place, in that it's completely uninteresting to everyone but the Herc.
I don't think the answers we're looking for are here.
Don't go to warp just yet. We're picking up a distress signal over here. You should take a look.
I'll check.
Looks like it's a Ferengi signal of uncertain origin coming from the Karema system. I seem to recall Quark mentioning some business with the Karemans recently. This can't be a coincidence.
Nope, never a coincidence.
We should look into this. Quark might have bitten off more than he can chew again.
Is that really a good use of our time?
Yes, it is.
The Karemans are very resourceful. They design a considerable number of weapons and defense systems for the Dominion. I'm confident they can deal with the Herc on their own. As for Quark, he's quite capable of getting himself out of trouble. Trouble, I might add, that he had no business getting into in the first place.
I must say, Ambassador, I'm shocked. I know Quark's a gambler, but I never realized you were as well. Karema is a part of the Dominion, and an important one at that. Is losing their tactical and technological resources to the Herc wise?
I don't think it's wise.
Very well. Since I can see there's no talking you out of this, I'll accompany you to Karema. We're ready to go warp when you are. Let's get this over with.
Let's go.
Where did all these ships come from?
Where?
And here we are, the Karema system. Let's find out what Quark needs, deal with it, and move on.
What's going on here?
Far be it for me to question the word of a founder.
I'll question it.
But that is a very large Dominion fleet I'm reading on sensors. I only mention it because we were led to believe Odo's fleet was the last. I trust there's a reasonable explanation for this miscommunication.
Garrick, the Dominion flagship is hailing us.
Your presence is not required here. Explain yourself.
I should ask you the same question.
What you could do and should do are separate matters, Solid. You would be wise to learn the difference. Karema is part of the Dominion. We are here to assist them, if they wish it.
If they wish it?
The Karemans are proud. If they wish to stand alone and deal with the Hurk, we will certainly accommodate them. Should they decide to ask for aid, we will gladly assist them. The point may soon be moot, however. Karemans are known for their potent weapons and defense systems.
I thought you only had one fleet remaining.
Odo commands an expeditionary fleet. It is his to use in a mission to seek and destroy the Hurk as he sees fit. My fleet is a defense fleet. It seems the distinction was not made clear to you. How unfortunate.
We wish to assist the Karemans.
I will take responsibility for their actions in Kareman space. One of our operatives requires immediate extraction.
You're quite persistent, aren't you?
Yes.
Very well. In the spirit of our newfound pact with the Alliance, I will allow you to proceed, albeit at your own risk. Exercise caution, Odo. It would be tragic for you to come so far, only to end it all here over Karema.
Indeed.
It seems we're not getting the whole story here.
So, business as usual.
Exactly, Captain.
And charging. Time to run. Alright. Rocket. .48 seconds until I can group those ships together. Think we got them all? Right. We need to group them. That's good. No response. I'm trying all hailing frequencies, but I'm getting nothing in return. Keep trying.
My sensors are showing a broad band of interference in the area. It's jamming the standard Kareman hailing frequencies. Might I suggest giving them a new, more secure frequency to use for communications?
I'll send them a new frequency. Use this one.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes.
We need help, and fast! Most of our planetary defense lines are in danger of being overrun by the Hurk. We tried to evacuate, but the Jem'Hadar fleet opened fire on our ships when they broke orbit. We're trapped!
The Jem'Hadar fired on you? Odo, your thoughts?
Combat is notoriously chaotic. I'm sure there's a reasonable explanation for that. One best pursued after we find Quark and help the Karemans.
We'll play it your way for now, Changeling.
I wonder. Ah, yes. We should try to find Quark soon. It's quite possible he's the only Ferengi on the planet. A deep-range sensor scan should locate him.
We'll scan for quarks. Look for Ferengi. It took a few scans, but I found one Ferengi life sign. It's surrounded by a handful of Kremlins and a large number of Hurk. There's a lot of interference in that area, so we can't get a transporter lock on him at this time. Can we hold him? Take that as a yes.
Took you long enough. Is Garrick with you? Tell him. I found the package, so he better get here fast if he wants it in one piece. Running out of time here. The Hurk are closing in. Get me now! Or Odo's lifelong wish will finally come true.
We're coming, Quark.
We need to get Quark out quickly before he has an encounter with the Hurk of the fatal variety. Let's go down together while Captain Kira and the Ambassador cover our ships in orbit. We'll have to beam down outside of Quark's location. I suggest bringing some pattern enhancers along. We may need them to beam out once we find him.
I'm ready. Ba 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 ba.
We're about as close to Quark's last known location as we can get with transporters. I'm afraid we'll have to make the rest of the journey the old-fashioned way. Shall we?
Well, let's shall. Let's go,
Quark's
Counselor.
life sign is near here. Let's try to find a way in. How convenient. We've found a hidden path. Let's have a look.
Total look. Dynamic
Interesting.
lighting.
The metal in the walls here completely scatters my sensors.
Whoa! Optimus Dan! Hello, sir. Thank you very much for the raid. Hopefully you had yourself a good stream. It goes well. Let's give Optimus Dan a shout out. Streaming out of Europe, I believe. He does play Star Trek Online a lot, so if you're a fan of Stowe, give him a follow. And welcome everyone.
But we're running...
Wait. Alright.
My tricorder shows a Ferengi life sign beyond that rather secure door. Unfortunately, the Kareman security
So how you
system
doing,
is
Dan?
beyond me.
And welcome
Given time, I
everybody.
could crack it,
I'm Fred.
but
I'm
we're
a
running
variety
low
streamer.
on that
And Thursdays are for Star Trek Online.
There are a number of Kareman life signs nearby, however. One of them might be able to help us reach...
There's no such thing as a bloody, annoying Brit. Well, unless they were associated with the Tribbles and Ecstasy podcast. That guy was a douche. Well, turned out to be a douche, but that's a story for a different time. So how was your stream? Stowe tonight. Let me get special task force missions, grinding out stuff on characters, looking for gear, crafting, all that sort of goodness. Solo hi, I saw what you said. I appreciate it. But we'll allow that one to slip on through for now. There's nobody playing it. KOTOR 2. Oh. I played that game earlier this year. Hey, Iceman, how's it going, sir? It goes well, Solo, and thank you for the follow.
Thank you for the follow. Please enjoy the show.
Because I would come over and show some Stowe love. Yeah, well, I appreciate it. How can we put it with, my feelings are Knights of the Old Republic 2. Definitely worse, and I played it with the content restore mod, and oh boy, that's the game was a chore. Well, if I got his thumbs to more Evil Within progress, it was lurking earlier, nice. And of course, Dante was doing Resident Evil things, and I see Dante is off, so I'm switching my lurk over to Flintlock. Let me say, here's the warning, Dan, about the, oh yeah, well, the second game, shorter development time, as we all know, and so a lot of content got cut. Turns out a lot of that cut content was really redundant. Or...
Thought that was it. I was gonna get eaten by one of those things. Can't say I like that idea much, so, thanks, whoever you are. You're not police or military, well, Kremen military anyway. What brought you down here to the middle of hell?
We're looking for Ferengi.
Oh, him. Think I saw my brother and some of his men hustle the little grifter into a vault.
Now that said, of course...
Good luck getting him out of there. Wait, that was rude. You just saved my life. Let me return
that fan-made remake.
One of my brother's people should be able to
technically, we did it with the expansion mods. With the restore content mod, that's basically as close to a remake you'll get, will get, and like it will need a butt ton of work to actually make that game. Yeah, seems like because the restored content mod was done by fans, and it's matter of fact, I think it was endorsed by the developers of KOTOR 2, since it was not BioWare that handled it. So there is it's there. If you're playing the Steam version for it, it should be there. I know it. Matter of fact, I know it's there. Whoa! Yes, and Dante Savage. And Dante, I think I typed your name in wrong earlier when I was giving. Yeah, because if the Steam version definitely has, you have like the Creator Workshop, and that's, I believe, you should be able to find it, because that's where I found it too. I found it through the Steam Creator Workshop. If it's on PC, almost any game has a mod, particularly. How's it going, Dante? It goes, sir. How was Resident Evil 3 tonight? Did you do something about Carlos's personality? I mean, Carlos wasn't Resident Evil 3, right? I can't remember. Hey, really enjoyed it? Nice, 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 nice. And of course, Dante streams Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. Action Adventure.
Perhaps waiting here would be best. The outer world is still a mess.
I really did Carlos in this one. Carolina hates him. See, I knew somebody would agree with me on that. That's it. You played KOTOR 2 on the Xbox, yes. Like, the one advantage of PC is that fans can basically mod almost anything to make a lot of games better. Some games are definitely a lot more playable on the PC versions as opposed to their console counterparts in some regards. I think Flintlock is actually going to be ending early too? Wow. I have a feeling I'm going to be switching who I am raiding, well, not raiding, lurking on in a few moments. There we go, big roundhouse. I have to call Gypsy, so I'll be lurking. Alright, Dante. Have a good one, sir. Of course, we don't want... Oh, wait, Gypsy's theme song. Bum, 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 bum. Pose with Beaver. Or something like that. I think I got that covered correctly.
Am I glad to see you? Thought for sure we'd be safe from those things down here. Caves do a number on sensors and transporters, but that didn't slow them down much.
Nothing slows them down.
If you don't mind my asking, why are you here? You're not with Karemen Defense. Are you mercenaries? Private security?
No, we're looking for Ferengi.
That'd be Quark then.
You took that picture?
Only
Nice.
Ferengi around here that I know of anyway.
It's such a memorable picture.
Not far from here, with another VIP. Look, I owe you my life, but I don't have the code to get to Quark. There are others nearby. One of them should have it. Help them, and I'll make sure they open the door for you. I swear it.
Very well. All right. So Flintlock has gone off, so I'm switching who I'm lurking yet again. I am now lurking on Annie Talkstream, who started well before I did this evening. So I don't. He should have been there. He was climbing into displays at Cabiella's. You almost got kicked out. The Beaver or Gypsy? See, we have to ask for clarification. See, and
the other Dominion ships just left the system. We're on our own.
The door's right there. I'll stay here while you save everyone.
Gypsy, the Beaver was mostly stationary. See, again, extra clarification is sometimes needed on such things. Oh boy. By the way, folks, upcoming streams. Tomorrow night we're doing Twitch Sings instead of on Saturday because Saturday is November 7th, which means it's all about Mass Effect. the original Mass Effect, and of course, I believe there's also going to be like a big, there's some sort of big event happening.
Thanks for the timely rescue. I don't suppose you'd be willing to turn a blind eye to all the contraband you've seen down here?
Yep.
It'd save me the trouble
Dipsy had a
of
tattoo
shooting
himself
you later.
punching a big bear on his back. We went to that went for the photo, but also got the beef. Nice. Yes. You pumped for your Renegade Paragon Renegade hoodie? Yeah, apparently it got temporarily dislisted, Iceman, but when I saw the email this morning, I said, you know what, Iceman, better tell Iceman about this in case he didn't see it.
Kidding. I was kidding. You know,
Yep.
humor.
I'm looking
Do they
forward
have
for
that?
my SR2 hat, my officially Bioware endorsed N7 Spectre hoodie. No, not the Spectre hoodie, but the classic N7 hoodie, and as well as getting the entire getting the comic book collection. Ironically, those last two items will arrive later, even though they were ordered first because of BioWare's pre-order, pre-purchase, pre-sale policies. So we're looking for a Ferengi named Quark.
Oh, Quark, yeah, I know him. Little guy, big ears, flashy dresser.
Fermi took his shirt off.
Here he owns a moon.
Yeah,
We locked him up in a secure
Gypsy's
room
a
and
unique
shoot
guy.
Big spender like that should be kept safe. Tell you what, help us out with all these nerks, gurks, and whatever you call them. Help us, and I'll help you. Deal?
We've helped everyone else. Let's go get Quark. You know, funny enough, this was supposed to be back here. So I'm gonna say this mission got a little bit glitched because the Herc over here were not where they were supposed to be. Comics were gone.
I'll wait for you here. Try not to
Really?
die, okay? And here we all are, alive and kicking. Wonderful. We had a deal, and I'm not about to back out on it, especially since you're all so well armed and
I'm surprised.
not the kind of people
Well, I saw
wanna
him listed
cross.
on Amazon US. Anybody heard of Ferengi?
Yeah, that can't be good. Door's open. You'd better get a move on. Your pal sounds a little stressed.
Quark stressed? Nah. Let's move. Well, I'm looking forward to getting the omnibus. See, I've been looking for the Mass Effect comics for a long time. Primarily, I could always find Volume 1 of the omnibus, like the first half of the comics collection, but I could never find Volume 2 because I wanted to get both volumes at the same time. So I'm real glad that they actually, put together, finally, a complete collection. The big one. Taking out the big one first. There we go. Nice and easy.
It's good to see you too, Quark. I see your mission was a successful one as well.
Yes, Garrick, I found your mysterious widget. What is it exactly? It's not Kremen tech. They found it a few days before I got here. I haven't had a lot of time to analyze it, thanks to the Herc.
I see. Thank
That's
you.
weird, man.
This narrows things down considerably.
It does. Good. That makes it more valuable.
Indeed it does, my friend. Indeed it does.
So much more valuable. There is something... Where is it? Easily to miss this one.
It would appear that the Herc burrowed this way to bypass the doors above. And unlike most burrowing creatures, the Herc actually ate their way through the ground.
You know what? If you want to take the Herc to an old country buffet, well, there's a data reference. The Chinese food buffet, in which there was a great one in Cherry Hill, like a couple towns over from me. There was a great one of those. Matter of fact,
Not the liberators I was expecting, but thank you nonetheless. I'm First Minister Bakelba. Our situation has gone from bad to worse, and we have the Dominion to thank for it.
In what way do you have the Dominion to thank for it?
Those of us on the edge of the Dominion were abandoned when the invasion began. In light of that, we voted to secede, to truly stand alone. The Dominion stood by while the Herc attacked us. We held off the invasion for a while, but their numbers are great. When we asked for aid, the Dominion refused. When we tried to evacuate, their fleet opened fire. They mean to
Odo
punish us
has
for our
explaining
defiance.
to do. That's unexpected. They need allies. Quark? Somebody get Quark some water. With the way he's standing, it looks like he was running a marathon.
Well, First Minister, it looks like my distress call was heard. We're saved. Thank you. Looks like your reputation for getting things done is well deserved.
You're welcome, Quark.
And as for you, Garrick, you and I need to have a long discussion.
All right, Iceman. Have yourself a good night,
Seems
sir.
You forgot to mention that Karema was under a
Have a
Dominion
great Friday.
blockade and in the middle of a Herc invasion. Do Cardassians go senile? Oh, don't answer that. I don't want to know. What I do know is you're not paying me enough for this aggravation.
Calm down, Quark. You're safe now. You need to set up the pattern enhancers in order to get us, for us to get a lock and beam everyone out from your location. 3. Well, oh wait, Chagrin. Wow, I gotta love how that always how the bridge officer's communication thing never sets out correctly.
Herc are leaving. For now.
Here's a question for anybody who's played Star Trek Voyager Elite Force. You know how in that game it literally says you have a transporter buffer and you actually can hear the sound effect for every time you're switching weapons? You think that's kind of like the whole thing here in this game? Like,
good luck with the revolution.
Or pulling stuff out of nowhere.
You'll need it. You'll be hearing from me soon, Garrick.
I'm looking forward to it.
You won't when you see my bill.
His bill is going to be huge.
And now that we're past that unpleasantness, I think it's time we had a chat with Ambassador Odo, particularly about this technological wonder we've acquired.
What is it exactly?
I have my suspicions, of course. Suffice it to say, I believe you'll find its purpose of great interest to all concerned parties. My main curiosity lies in what the Ambassador will have to say about it. I propose we get to the bottom of this together.
Very well.
Excellent. I'll make all of the necessary arrangements and meet you aboard Odo's flagship.
All right, let's beam on up. This is always a great cutscene.
What is this?
An invasion.
Stand down, all of you. To what do I owe this unexpected visit?
I hope you'll forgive the intrusion, Ambassador. We need to speak in person.
What are you up to, Garrick?
Oh,
That's
it
a
looks like
very
he's
good
about
question.
6 feet.
What's this about exactly?
It's in regard to this device we found on Karema. Do you know what it is?
No idea. Some new Kareman military tech, perhaps?
Interesting. But no.
Nope.
The Karemans didn't make this. But it is a Dominion creation.
And its purpose?
I'm sure I have no idea, Ambassador.
Yeah.
It does emit a signal, however. It's quite similar to that used by the Herc. Perhaps I should turn it on and show you?
There's no need for that.
Yes, there is.
I don't like where this
Demonstration.
is going,
Demonstration.
Nor I, Captain. You see, I found a similar device on Bajor.
On Bajor? When?
Right after the recent Herc attack, I'm afraid. Captain, scan the device. You'll find the soil residue on it is of Bajoran origin.
It does. It's from the Kendra province. Well, that doesn't mean that Odo...
Enough, Nerys. I can't have you defending me on this.
What?
Garrick's right. These devices called the Herc, and we put them there.
Explain. Now.
We needed the Alliance's help immediately. There wasn't time for summits or diplomacy. So I found a high-value target and led the Herc to it. I also took steps to make sure their attack would fail. Bajor was never at risk. You have to understand that.
You put my entire planet at risk. People died, Odo.
Nerys!
Save it. I've heard enough.
Please continue, Odo. You were saying?
I did what I needed to do to bring
I do
the
like the fact that at least
Alliance
with this
into the
character I
war.
went Cardassian, because
I
having her standing
risked
behind
the
Garrick here
lives
makes
of
it look
millions
so
to save
much
billions
better.
more. But there's more to this
Mainly
than a
because the
staged
uniform?
Herc attack. The other founders are hiding things from me. If I challenge them now, I'll have no chance to find out what. So, for now, I have to play the part.
Well, you're doing a great job of that, Odo.
Mm-hmm.
Or should I say, founder?
That's right, too. Amazingly, her
Trust me when
eyebrows
I
disappeared
say
first.
I understand your position, Odo. The captain, on the other hand...
I know. I have a strong lead, but I'll need your help to move on it.
You know how to reach me. It seems you are a gambler, Odo.
His number is in the
and
book.
a high-stakes one at that.
You have no idea.
Man, we have a strong idea.
It is not my place to question the will of the Founders.
Yes, it is.
Your mind, however, is your own. Do with it as you will, but be warned. The Founders do not appreciate betrayal. If the Alliance withdraws from their pact with the Dominion, the consequences could be severe.
For everyone involved, remember that.
I need you to understand that Bajor was never at risk. We took precautions. I made sure that my fleet was in position to neutralize the Herc in time.
And Karema?
Karema was not my decision. Do you honestly think I'd take part in a plot to bring allies to our side, and then move to wipe out another group of allies?
Yes.
As I said to Garrick, there is more to this than we know. I'm going to find out what and why. I hope you're inclined to join me when the time comes.
It's the next mission where we really have no choice in the matter. This is great.
I'm surprised to see you here, Weyoun. Aren't you usually at your founder's side, hanging on her every word?
Excuse me.
It is a message from said founder that brings me here now. She would remind you of your purpose, to serve the Dominion as a whole.
How kind of you to deliver the message in person. Thank you for your service. As for my service, the ambassador shares his wisdom and guidance with me. Truly, he is a most benevolent god. Why should I not serve him? He is a founder, after all.
Hello?
Serve the Founders, yes. but also serve them well. Do recall the fate of your predecessor. She thought she served the Founders well, quite possibly to the moment her unfortunate life came to its conclusion. As we both know, she was greatly mistaken.
The same could be said for your predecessor as well, dear Weyoun. Have you forgotten his sins? I know the Founders haven't.
Hey! This is a private conversation. Unless you're here on a matter of the utmost importance, I suggest you find someone else to speak with. Somewhere else.
Well, fuck you then, Weyoun.
Quite the revelation, don't you think? It will be interesting to see how the powers that be respond.
All right, we're gonna do a few.
For now, I think
couple
it's
of
best to
task
keep
force
this in the
operations
purview
as
of
well,
the
folks.
diplomat. Let's return to our ships. There'll be more time to speak about this matter later.
Indeed. Are you ready to return to the Thor Chow? We can head out on your word. Ready to beam over. People are coming and going and going and coming. Wait, and always too soon. Aha! Da 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 da.
Interesting, don't you think? The Founders are definitely up to something, and we all seem to have parts to play. I know Captain Kira is not happy with Odo, but I suspect that working with him will be our best option. Some advice? Don't speak with the Vorta or other Founders about our current situation, at least for now. I'll contact you when we're ready to act on Odo's plan.
And considering all these missions dropped on the same night, I kind of wonder.
Be seeing you.
If we're going to see like that type of major update or something with the Klingon Civil War arc, will we end up be seeing like a massive collection of missions at dropping at one time? 50. Ooh, 12. Came up a little short on that one. Because I've already used some of my better combination of ships. It's amazing. It amazes me. Every science vessel in the Klingon Empire is behind a paywall. Alrighty. What's the status of our ship here? Because I'm not a fan of the pilot raider. We're using it just to get it up to tier 5 and mastery, and then we'll swap it out with something else. So we need space battles. We need things in space. All right, so Hive Onslaught, Kittimer Vortex, the Conduit. Crystalline Catastrophe. Counterpoint Advanced. Battle of Portion 5, Days of Doom.
Odo's found something intriguing. I have some things for you.
Yes, you have things for me to do. Of course, it'll be Starbase 1. But, again, doing the task force ops, primarily, that seems to be the pattern the last few weeks with Star Trek Online, which is every Thursday if you're new here. 3 missions, because with my slow, pedantic way of stretching the missions out, takes about an hour each. And then doing a few task force operations to close out the night. We're waiting. Okay, we accepted the queue. There we go. There we go.
Listen up. The war has not been going well for the Federation, and the Klingons are advancing to our position. We need to hold off their ships until reinforcements can arrive. We expect the Klingons to attack in waves. Their smaller, faster ships are hungry for battle and won't wait for the rest of their fleet to arrive in one group. As the fight progresses, their heavier ships will show up. Hold them off until more Starfleet ships can get here.
Mm-hmm.
Here they come. We're prepping for evac of non-essential personnel and civilians.
You know what I should do is move this.
Target shields have failed. Right shield's failing.
Was it the?
Hull integrity below
Whoa.
75%. Hull integrity below 25%. Core shields failing. Rear shields failing.
Oh, that happened. And for the record, the launch of the thruster things is not me. It's the ship itself bouncing around and... Oh, that was a thing.
There's a break in incoming warp signatures. We may have a short amount of time before more arrive.
Amazingly, I have not blown up yet, and the first ship is always over here.
Reading some heavier ships incoming. Raiders and battle cruisers. An evacuation ship is launching. Give them cover.
is taking some fire. Please assist.
Looks like we're hitting it from all sides. First ship is away.
An evacuation ship is launching. Give them cover.
Okay.
This is Andor. Our shields are taking hits, and we could use an escort.
All right, we already got it out of here. We got that ship out in one piece, amazingly.
An evacuation ship is launching. Give them cover.
Shields have failed.
Well, that definitely works in a group. That's awesome that it works like that.
Grouping again. Get into position to prepare for the next assault. Here come the Klingon battleships. Keep fighting.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
All right, we got one more ship.
Four shields failing.
Lafayette here, requesting assistance.
An evacuation ship is launching. Give them
Oh, that actually triggered before it was ready.
Target shields have failed.
There we go. Come on.
Four shields failing. Hull integrity below 75%.
Bring it in. All right, the Lafayette.
Roosevelt is in need of aid. Can you draw off some of those enemy ships?
Four shields failing.
We've already drew them off.
Target shields have failed.
Wait, where's my brace for impact come? Oh, there it is.
Rear shields failing. Left shields failing. Hull integrity below 50%. Target shields have failed. Right
Little
shield
cloak.
failing.
There we go.
Warning. Ship is under attack. Hull integrity below 50%.
Throw it in and just sit here and pick it apart.
That'll hold them off, for now. I don't know how much longer we can keep up with this kind of war. Today was a good one. At least there will be a tomorrow.
So, the one... Oh, we did... okay, we got it to tier 4. Mastery 4. Alright, that's good. So, at the very least... we'll have a good shot of... what is it? Clearing it out and be able to switch, you know, have the switch to another ship, either for next week's stream or the one after. That possibility's there. Alrighty. How much did that carry over into... Ooh, it actually carried over a lot. If we can get tier 5 tonight, we can actually put this ship back into dry dock. Well, not dry dock, but just to swap out of it to something that's a little bit more fun to captain. I don't think I... Ooh, 160. I don't have the ships. I don't have the right combination of vessels to even get it close. Do I have... What do I have that's heavy on the tactical? Which will be... that was a thing. Alrighty, so queue up. Let's see. Cure Advance, Hive Ions, Cure Found, Hive Onslaught. Get him a Vortex. Alrighty. Be able to sit back. At least those probes count.
There are 2 active Borg transwarp conduits in this system.
Yes. We know, Devok. We know. I got this. I was about to say I have the smallest ship here. Then that's right. I should have access. Ben Finney. Oh wait, that is that an original series reference? Court Martial. I want to say it is, but I can't remember. Dude frames Captain Kirk by faking his own death. I believe that's the episode, but I'm not sure. I'm totally not sure, folks. By the way, tomorrow night will be a Twitch Sing stream. Saturday night, we're playing Mass Effect and 7 Day. Actually, technically, it's already Friday. Reverse.
Probes are headed for the TIE Vortex. Stop them!
Okay. Who's heading where? Well, so much for that.
Core shields failing. Rear shields failing. Right shields failing. Left shields failing. Target's shields have failed. Core shields failing. Hull integrity below 50%.
Okay, this went... That, ladies and gentlemen, went totally, horribly wrong in every which way imaginable. I have no clue what the hell happened. Guess I tried to pull the Borg cube and everything associated with it away. Away, roll the rebel Johnny. Ooh, boy, I'm about to explode.
Surrender your vessel and prepare for assimilation.
Johnny, you must. Ah, crap, where's my mouse? Oh, never mind.
Hull integrity below 75%.
Wait, did we get a... Oh, that is... We do have a science officer over here. That's a photonic fleet. That's useful.
You will be Borg.
Trouble is with probe duty. Okay. The problem with this ship is that it will go backwards on its own. Alright, that took care of that.
Warning, ship is under attack.
No probes coming through. Unfortunately, probes that came through.
You will be Borg.
Alrighty, that takes care of that.
Target's shields have failed.
Tear down the giant gateway.
Surrender your vessel and prepare for assimilation.
Well, this is one way to move to make sure the probes don't get over there. Kind of nice. Just move the probes all the way over there. Amazingly, because I don't have the right consoles, to really make these cannons devastating.
Resistance is futile.
I do prefer beam weapons, but that's just me. And saboosh! Boom, 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 boom. What the? Oh, that's a thing.
We're picking up something. I know the Romulans.
You are Dinatra of board. You were in Star Trek Nemesis. You were very cool. But the developers of this game decided that they needed to make a sacrificial lamb.
This time forward, your culture will adapt to service ours.
Throw on the tractor beams.
You will be Borg.
Well, we might actually get a lot of XP for the ship out of this.
We are aboard. Surrender your vessel and prepare for assimilation.
Alright. Off to deal with the Valador. Alright, more Borg probes coming through. Well, yeah, wanted to level up. I wanted to max out this ship tonight. If at all possible, I think we'll definitely have a shot forward. Alright. Where is it? Oh.
Your defensive capabilities are unable to withstand us. Lower your shields and await assimilation.
I'm a stationary target, but... Well... Wow, it's that... They either... gave her a cloak-decloak timer, because I don't think anybody was close enough to trigger it.
Lower your shields and prepare to be boarded.
Whoops, 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 whoops. I need a cloak.
Hull integrity below 25%.
Yeah, we're... Now this has turned into a bit more farming than I thought it was going to be. I am facing it dead on. Yeah, that was bad. That was... Yeah, that... yeah, uh-huh.
Hull integrity below 75%.
Yeah, that,
The scimitar has been destroyed.
How close are we? Considering the amount of ships in that, how close are we? How close? Wow! It didn't give us the bump we needed, or that I was hoping for. All right, so at the very least, we will be getting one more week out of this vessel. So next week's stream, we'll focus on. Let's see. Doom to Repeat has a lot of space combat in it. That'll be helpful. And depending on, of course, if we want to do the cliffhanger and split that, it really depends on the movie. If we're going to do 4 episodes next week or not. But at the very least, we should be able to retire the Thor Chow. But we shall see in that regard. Ooh. Yes, that's right. Green screen effect. The shirt does have some green on it. And yes, I am that fat. I'm working on it, folks. I'm working on it. But still, a fun, as always, Star Trek Online stream, which we do every Thursday night. Which just makes things so cool. Let's see who is doing things right now. Okay, we still got Annie. Let's do a refresh on Twitch, see who is on. We got Twitch Singers, Phasmophobiazers, Crusader Kingers, and Watchdogs Legions. Okay. Annie, how long? Annie's been on for 6 hours. She is probably heading off. Knowing her, she's probably ending in a bit. Paradox Gamer streams out of Australia. But let's see, Mark Codex. Mario Codex he's also been at it for 3 hours. What's Group Dog? Group Dog's been at it for 2. Well, his title of his stream is a Star Trek reference, so there you go. So we'll raid Group Dog. He's doing Twitch things. He's an awesome dude. Very strange. And that's at times, and that possibly is putting it mildly. Let's get the raid command. So if you're here or just lurking and whatnot, if you want to drop down the raid thing, there you go. So till tomorrow night, I will be doing Twitch things tomorrow night, and then Mass Effect on November 7th. I think I've pitched and promoted that enough tonight. So I hope everybody has a good night. Tighten your friendship bracelet. Stay safe. Have a good Friday, and we'll see you next time. Bye.